Hey guys, welcome back of course to the Time Bomb channel, and I hope that all is good in your part of the world. The Christopher Ward C65 Dune GMT. Summertime and the beaches and the deserts of the world beckon us onwards, and clearly you cannot travel without a GMT watch, so this is my proposal for the year. Sadly, it comes with a but, and that's a big but. Let me just zoom in a fraction there. Okay, so as I was saying, I've reviewed many Christopher Wards, and I've liked them a lot. This one though has a fail, and you'll probably spot it as I'm speaking. I reviewed the standard version of the Dune, the standard being the non-GMT, a while back, and you can check it up just up here, and it's an absolute stunner. I've not owned a GMT watch for a while due to my wearing my watches so much in rotation, but I think time to change that up. What immediately won me over on this one, it's probably quite easy to see, is the dial, the color combinations. It's just an absolute winner. I'm not normally a fan of the faux yellow, but here I have to admit I think that it fits the overall palette as the colours blend, yet allow for very quick and very clear quick glance distinction to enable you to tell what time it is. Case in point, I think, is the matte green of the GMT hand, and matching that green of the inner bezel. Again, just very nice colour choices on this one indeed. Added to that, the date window is just placed under here, underneath the GMT hand. Let me get that one out of the way for you so that we can see what I'm actually talking about. As you can see, our action as well is absolutely superb. Yeah, faultless in that sense. Yeah, I think, as I was saying, yeah, so the placing of the date window at the bottom there is not colour matched, but it's pretty close enough. I think is ideal because it just allows the rest of the dial then to pop through. I would question though the need for the automatic underneath there. It just seems a little bit redundant, but let's look at some key specs. So these come in at 38 mils across. It's a smidgen under 40 mils, 44 mils, excuse me, north to south, and it's a very manageable 12 mils deep, and it's sitting on 20 mil lugs, so plenty of options for strap alternatives if that's what you're interested in. And it weighs in around 80 grams on this leather strap. And sorry as well, just up the top there, as you can see, you have some very nice box sapphire sitting proudly above that polished bezel. The crown, as you will have seen just as I was operating there, is a screw down which assists in providing this watch with 150 meters worth of, where's it gone here, watery goodness, and I think which allows it to be more of the field watch and worn then in more places perhaps than a lot of other dressier field watches do. Coming around to the case back, camera just there we go. So buzzing away inside, we've got the Sellita SW322, and that will provide you with an ample 56-hour power reserve, and as you can see, you've got the standard Chris Ward customized rotor on the back also. Up front again then we have Superluminova on the hands and the markers, and to me it impresses easily with that very cool shine, both in semi-darkness and deeper darkness, deeper night. I think it works brilliantly. The leather strap, again, brilliant, super smooth, looks fantastic. It's still quite, it's very soft, and I think I prefer their leathers to their canvas webbings, because I find their canvas webbings just a little bit stiff. But again, in contrast, I think this does need to be on the leather or the canvas, because I think the with the steel version, it comes across perhaps the sheen of the steel, I think, makes the the dial a little bit, it pales the dial out for some reason. I think by having that contrasting colour here is a better option on this, again, but that's just personal taste. So aesthetically, I'm completely won over this watch and think it's darned impressive. But back to the butt, and there is a huge butt there, and you may have spotted it. Let me zoom in just a fraction more. So there we can see the error, the 18, yeah, all of the other digits on that GMT bezel line up, and they line up very, very well indeed. There's no issue at all. But it comes around, as I say, you move around onto this side here, the 9 o'clock, and that 18, seems to be, suffering from some kind of animal magnetism towards the 20 digit. And yeah, to me, that is so offline that it's pants. There is a suggestion that this error is actually a hangover from other of their GMTs when that bezel had a split cover or something. But I think the fact that they've not amended it on here is just really, really weak, and kind of, yeah, I don't know. I just think it's really poor finishing on a watch that will cost you £1,100. I just think it sits out so badly. I can imagine, however, though, that many people won't see it. Sorry, the camera is jumping around there. So that many people won't see it and won't have an issue with it. To confirm that, if you look at multiple press reviews of the watch and owner reviews and all of their photos, including the photo here on the Chris Ward website, you can actually see that same issue, but not a single person has mentioned it. I found one comment in one forum where somebody was responding to somebody's review of this, and they said, yeah, it's aligned, and nobody responded to that either. So it seems to be that perhaps it's not a major issue for many people. For me, I'm struggling with it because I can't unsee it. Maybe it's tinfoil hat time, and or simply many reviewers don't look that closely at what they actually have in hand. I think, as I say, overall, it's a huge letdown because virtually everything else on the watch I find absolutely brilliant. Strap, weight, sizing, colours. I think, yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. Come on, camera, that's it. But as I say, I just find that just such weak finishing and weak attention to detail, and it's the one major fail on the watch. I've not quite lost faith in the brand. But as I say, I just think it's really lazy finishing. Maybe you guys think that my OCD is also a little bit misprinted. But if you agree with me, what would you do with this watch? Would you send it back, or would you learn to live with it? Really looking forward to your comments on this one, guys. To hear, yeah, see how your OCD fares with this kind of an issue. Anyway, guys, thanks as always for your time and for your view, and we'll catch you all in the next one.